دكتور زيد بطاينة راح يحكينا عن Artificial Intelligence and Robotics الذكاء الاصطناعي والروبوتات. تفضل دكتور زيد.
يعطيكم العافية، بشكر الحضور أجمعين. Artificial Intelligence is a tool. They use it for exponential thinking, by the way. Okay. But artificial intelligence here is a tool. We use it just for exemplify the exponential thinking. طبعا راح نبلش بمقولة من تسلا 1937. In the 21st century, the robots will take the place which slave labor occupied in ancient civilization, which is what's happening right now. Okay. Now, just as Dr. Muhammad said about exponential thinking, if you think about how we think in the futures, or how we project the futures itself, we think in linear and local regions. So if you see the lines you see over here, and you are spotting this hotspot, you're gonna project what's gonna happen with you. So if you say this is a linear step or this is our exponential, so you will be on the edge of the new technology. Now, this is also the projections we use for how we can project the future itself. So, if we are on the present day, and some of the previous trajectory based on past growth rates, we will see the acceleration every year will be shorter. Like from 1 year to year, we will see big change. So the acceleration rate for our changing to see, it will be more shorter and shorter within just 5 years. Now this is the S curves I'm talking about. Like this is the exponential curves we are concerned about. When we come up with the ideas, these ideas will be like narrow exponentially, then will explode to be mature one. Then will come with a new idea. Now our own experience make us stubborn old men about the future. So this is what we call الجيل القديم, the old generations, how they think. If I said to my mom now or to my families, I want to open new ideas or invest in a new company, that they will allow to you, especially if you are students, if you didn't have any incomes, they will already my mother insisted on me to be in this university, insisted to me to be in government. Okay, so this is how we think based on our experience, unfortunately. An active artificial robot is, like, I like this definition, by the way, alternative definitions, which is a robot is one arm, blind idiot, with limited memory and which cannot speak, see, or hear. And this is right. So robots, I program it, I create it. So when I created all programmed robots, I decided who this robot is. Maybe I like it in one hand. Okay? So robot, in Fortune 1 or more formal definition for the robot, an active artificial agent whose environment is the physical world. When we say whose environment is a physical world, we mean a lot of sensors going on. تخيل إنه in my hand there is more than 300,000 sensors or types of sensors. So it is really very complicated. A programmable multi-function manipulator designed to move materials, parts, tools, or specific devices through variable programmed motions for the performance of a variety of tasks. Now, what are robots good at? Actually, everything we find it very hard, find it very boring, they find it very interesting for the robots. Because repetitive tasks, continuous operation, complicated calculations, refer to huge data or big data, they will find it very interesting as a robots and they will excel. But for anything easy for a human, like reasoning, adapting to new situations, flexibility, or thinking in a creative way, or in a crucial way. Integrating multiple sensors, resolving conflicts. This is the task. Robots will find a lot of obstacles in the way to build it. Now we want robots. We all want robots because in the future I need somebody to help me with agriculture, with buildings, with the new technologies. So it will exponential my behaviors as a human being. So the idea from the robots or artificial intelligence is to work together with the robots, not to make the robots like the movie or science fiction movie to take over everything. Okay, so robots as a servants, as a helpers, as a tools. Now we need robots, as I told you, for constructions, mining, transportations, and agriculture. Robots have or consist of sensors, effectors, and controls. If you think about it, the software itself or the control itself, it is the heart of the robots, which is the AI, artificial intelligence, by the way. Now sensors, we need it just to make the robots have some ear, some eyes to look at things, and effectors to take actions. Now, what's AI and how it relates to robots? Now, the majority of us defining AI as a silly science fiction from science fiction movie. It is like the concepts we got it from like Terminator or something like that. But in fact, artificial intelligence exists everywhere around us, especially in our computer, especially in our daily life. AI is not the robot, it is the computer inside the robot, by the way. AI is the brain, and the robot is its body. Maybe a robot itself does not have a body, by the way. Okay? The collective attributes of a computer, robot, and other devices capable of performing functions such as learning, decision-making, or other intelligent human behaviors. AI, we find intelligence. When we say artificial intelligence, intelligence means here the ability to interact with the world via sensoring, okay? Ability to model the world, like modeling human being, modeling these, like BCO. If you, much of you heard about practical swarm algorithms and how we involve to mimic the behavior of particles itself. Ability to learn and adapt, modeling people, but sometimes we wanted AI systems to be better and smarter. We are looking for patterns, which is the definition of machine learning, because AI it is classified as a part of machine learning. Now, this is also as a projective or what we call it the applications of artificial intelligence. We wanted to know a knowledge processing, working in websites, technologies, multi-agent systems, machine learning or data mining, and reasoning. Now, based on some of the experts in AI, they classify the AI into 3 divisions. One of the divisions is weak AI or artificial narrow intelligence, which is we currently have it all, okay? Is that specialized in one area, like AI just beats the world champions. Artificial general intelligence, which is human level smart, okay? And artificial super intelligence, what we heading on, okay? And planning to be working on, okay? Now we were currently our cars, you can find it as a narrow intelligence, okay? Because it finds navigation systems. There is a computers who can hit the brakes before you made an accident or any errors. Your phones is a little AI factory. Your email spam filters, knowing the spam filters, classify them, put in inside you. Google Translate is AI as well. Google Search is one large big data AI, and as this is the Facebook, there is a lot applications for AI. So what's important here, the road from AI to a general, which is as a human, how I can make the robots as a human being. Now, a human being, there is 2 demands. One demand is increasing computational power. Second is making the robots more smart. by mimicking طبعا the brain behavior or due to the artificial network, which is we going with deep learning. Now this is the Lake of Michigan. One of experts in the neural networks, he represent the calculation per second to measure the efficiency of what we call the microprocessor itself. So the number of the second over here, they think expected the computer will level our intelligence by 2025. Okay, which is very soon. So this is the one conditions. It is almost done. And if you wanna find this law by Moore's law, as my friend explained before. Now, intelligence explosion, which is going from AGI to ASI as a system, it will be recursive self-improvement. The robots or the systems itself will be godly, which means he will learn and teach himself what's he gonna do without the human beings. And this is what we call it breakthrough, and it will happen, but one day. It will not happen next 10 years, but I think it will happen really. And at certain points, as I told you, it's very soon, I think just 10 years, where robots بشكل عام or artificial intelligence will meet the intelligence or the level intelligence of a human being. Many experts, there's a survey is conducted by Benest and Moller. They asked by what year would you see a 10%, 50% or 90% probability for such human level multi-intelligence or AGI to exist. Most likely AGI, we will meet it by 2040, and expert ASI, which is the system, the whole system itself as intelligence, is 2060. Now, why the future might be our greatest dreams? This is optimistic, and this is what I'm talking about, or really I'm talking about right now, because when you think about it, robots will give us a lot of things, good things to do. There is no such things. Robots will harm us or take over the world. Actually, he will help us. Maybe the jobs will be different after 10 years, 20 years, but there is a lot of opportunity. We can work together with the robots to make more accurate and more prosperous life. This is now from Isaac Asimov writing books. There is some laws or some conceptual laws for the robots itself. First law of robotics, AID, no killer robots. Okay, but unfortunately, these people, human beings, will not be very consistent on that, especially United States. Most likely, they working on military. But from Asia or from there's a lot of people working for robots just for kitchen, helping in the kitchen, helping in the office, making a lot of cool things. Robots must obey the law, and this is obvious one. Robots must be good products. Indeed, it must be a good product. There is no way to build a product to annoy you or annoy other people. Robots must not mislead us, and transparency between the robots. Now, our conclusion, what's our messaging over here? Because AI and because robotics, it will exponentially changing the economy and the aims of the economy itself. Now, robots and AI have direct impact on economic, cultural, social, endless disruption. There is no way to stop this. Okay, you have to adapt to working on this. طبعا artificial intelligence existence, no threat for that. Okay, and labor, طبعا it's already in the United States, by the way, 50% of labor jobs, it's gone, and they will do it by robots. And I highly recommend the Rise of the Robots book to everybody who wants more information about this topic. Thank you very much.